If a woman says any of these 5 phrases to you, don't shrug them off as small talk. These are not mere compliments or filler lines. They're calibrated signals packed with intent. In this video, I'll teach you how to hear the music under the words, how to catch the pull she's trying to create, how to respond with dignity, and how to move the interaction forward without losing your center. Stay with me, because the last 3 phrases are the ones most men miss. And missing them costs more than just a date. Picture this. You're at a small dinner with a friend group. The conversation's easy, and she keeps finding reasons to sit closer. Later, she leans in and says, "I feel like it's getting warmer." You laugh it off. 2 weeks later, she's gone. That first story is a real pattern. Men discount atmospheric comments as nothing, and then wonder why chance evaporated. Another quick scene. You bumped into each other at the gym. She says out of nowhere, "You smell amazing." You think it's polite and move on. But smell is visceral. It lives in the primitive part of the brain that marks familiarity. That second scene shows how sensory cues create memory and desire if you actually notice them. Let's be blunt. Women rarely say these things at random. Language carries risk. When someone risks a vulnerable compliment, it's purposeful. These phrases compress social permission. She's testing the temperature, offering proximity, and in many cultural contexts, taking the social risk of initiating closeness. If you can read that, you gain an edge. You won't be the last man to notice, and you won't be the man who ruins it through overreaction. Phrase 1. I feel like it's getting warmer. On the surface, it's about temperature. Underneath, it's atmospheric engineering. She's creating a shared emotional climate. Women use environment cues to lower defensive thresholds and invite intimacy without saying, "I'm into you." Your response matters. Acknowledge the feeling. Don't over-explain or joke it away. A simple "yeah" feels more close. With a relaxed smile and a small gesture, closer signals you picked up on the vibe and are willing to match it. Stoic note. Marcus Aurelius said, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." Here, tolerate the subtlety and be strict about staying calm. Don't become needy, just present. Phrase 2. You smell really good. Olfactory compliments are not cosmetic. They are associative. Smell creates memory and preference in a way words cannot. If she says this, she's mentally tagging you. Don't deflect. Say, "Thanks, I wear it for good reason." Then use it. Later, when you show up, wear that scent again. Now you exist in her olfactory memory. This is practical psychology. Anchors work. Be consistent and intentional. Phrase 3. I like this part of your body. This one crosses a threshold. A compliment focused on the body, especially given with light touch, is an invitation. Touch plus words equals lowered social barrier. Your response should be grounded, appreciative, and reciprocal without escalating to bravado. A warm, "I'm glad you noticed," paired with a respectful, equally gentle touch establishes mutual consent and curiosity. This is where many men panic and either brag or freeze. Don't. Keep your composure and let the moment breathe. Epictetus reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react that matters. React like a man who can hold his calm. Phrase 4. Let's find a more secluded place. Directness. She's signaling she wants privacy not just physically, but emotionally. This is a clear invitation. If you're interested, accept with a lead that preserves dignity. Cool, let's step outside and talk. If you aren't, decline kindly but plainly. Men too often joke this away or try to impress her with theatrics. The Stoic move is simple. Decide firmly, act calmly. Privacy is where vulnerability grows. If she's asking for it, she's offering you a chance to be present. Phrase 5. You look really good today. This is not small talk in most cultures. Direct compliments about appearance, spoken with sincerity, are reserved. If she tells you this on a date or even casually, understand she's distinguishing you from the background. Don't overdo the verbal response. Instead, mirror it with honest body language, softened eyes, a steady smile, a small step closer. If words are needed, say something grounded. That means a lot coming from you. Let the exchange be real, not theatrical. Now, why do these phrases work? First, culturally, women often communicate risk through indirect language. Social structures penalize overt initiation from women in many circles, so the language becomes encoded. Psychologically, humans are pattern seekers. We respond to small, consistent signals more reliably than to dramatic but rare gestures. Structurally, relationships develop through repeated low-risk exchanges that create safety. These phrases are the bricks, not the whole building. Understanding them means understanding the architecture of human intimacy. How do you act like a man who sees the architecture? First, cultivate presence. You cannot read subtlety if you are scrolling a phone or rehearsing lines. Presence is the basic practice. Neutral breath, listening like it matters, and a posture that doesn't demand but offers. Second, be decisive but gentle. When she offers a bridge, cross it calmly. Lead without bulldozing. Third, be consistent. Use anchors, like scent or a steady gesture, that make you memorable without being needy. Lastly, practice emotional economy. Respond in ways that increase safety and curiosity, not in ways that annihilate mystery. A quick practical drill. Next week, in low-stakes social settings, pick one of these phrases if it comes your way, and try the calibrated response I outlined. Notice the difference. Journal one line, how it felt, what she did next. The Stoics called this daily exam reflect nightly on action and growth, not on outcomes alone. A word about mistakes. You will misread things. You will act when she was only being friendly. That's okay. The Stoic playbook says, learn quickly, apologize cleanly if you overstep, and then move forward. Confidence isn't immunity to error. It's speed of recovery. To close, attraction is not a magic trick. It's a conversation that moves from shared atmosphere to smaller, private truth. These 5 phrases are signposts on that road. If you learn to listen, to respond without panic, and to hold your center, you will not only become more successful with women, you will become a man women trust to grow with. That's the quiet power we're after. If you found this useful, here's a small request. Leave one line in the comments about a phrase you've missed before. Be honest. Growth starts when you admit you didn't see the thing that mattered. Subscribe if you want more hard, practical coaching, not fluff. And I'll keep throwing small, repeatable habits your way. Be present, be steady, be honest. See you in the next one.